Okay, guys, let's get on our backs. Grab your towel, and I'm gonna put it under my head just for the first part. Now, if everybody takes their towel, oh, mama, this feels so good. God, I love you so much. If you take your towel, you roll it up, and sorry, it's all good now. And you stick it underneath your neck, okay? So what happens is, think about it. The back of my head, right here, where I fold my neck, I'm gonna take this towel and I'm gonna stick it right underneath there. And where I fold my neck is gonna be above it. So that means that I have a little bump and the back of my head is not on the ground completely. So it's almost like I'm wearing a cast in my neck. And if I wanted to move my head left or right, I really couldn't because the towel is stuck right there. I want you to let that area of your shoulder and the back of your head, you're trying to separate. That area is where you compress your neck, and that's why you have a big boulder of stress. And that boulder, we're always like pushing on it. We're asking people to rub it. We go against the wall. So basically what it is that your head is heavy. So when you're sitting and you're standing and you're driving and you're at a desk, your head is a heavy part of your body and it's just on your neck. So what I want you to do right now is allow your head to just fall. And if you put the towel right in between, that means that the back of your neck where you say yes and no cannot fold. Just lay there. And I want you to gently bring your knees together first and suck your navel in. And we're not yanking our knees in, we're gently bringing in. And what we're gonna do for the first 30 seconds, if you notice, I'm just pushing down on the back of my head. So I want everyone to inhale and exhale. Now let's bring the feet back to the floor. I want your hands on your navel, actually above your belly, not your navel. Make a circle with your hands. Your navel is in between the circle, the thumb and the index finger. Just let it sit there. I want you to start inhaling your belly upwards. And I want you to think about when you inhale, fill up your belly first, and then give it to the chest. Expand the chest, and then when you're ready to exhale, let everything with the chest and your stomach go back down. What are we doing with our head right now? Nothing. We're just letting it rest. Every inhale, we're letting our belly up. It's almost like the belly starts rising and then the chest starts rising on the full breath in. And on the exhale, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna try to take it all the way back down. Every time you exhale and you're letting it back down, I want you to think of the back of your head and how everything in the head, the neck, the shoulders is becoming heavy. Everything is falling into the earth. Every time I exhale, I'm gonna try to open my mouth. So I'm gonna inhale through my nose, belly, chest rise, and I'm gonna exhale from my mouth, opening my mouth, and making a little sound in the back of my throat. You know, when we clear our throat, we make a little sound of an ocean. So when I inhale, my belly and my chest rise. I'm gonna hold my breath to prepare the breath out next time. And when I'm ready to breathe out, I wanna go long and continuous. I'm savoring the breath. If you're just getting here, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Your head, if it needs to be adjusted, move it around. You are taking the stress out of your head, neck, and shoulders by just sitting here and breathing. We're all gonna do a little bit of change with the breath. Same thing, inhaling, exhaling. Now what I'd like you to do is extend one leg at a time, keeping the big toe pointed up. You can open your legs wider if you need to. Keep your legs pointing straight up. Big toes are straight up. For the next 30 seconds, every inhale will be arms over the head. My exhale is pulling my navel into the earth. The towel might be a little bit in the way, so bring your elbows in. Create the space that you need. Push down on the back of your head. Lengthen your legs. Push down on your body. Very carefully slide that towel out of your head and keep your head on the ground. We're gonna take that towel very carefully. I'm trying to keep the back of my head planted on the floor. We're gonna take that towel and we're gonna wrap it to the right leg, right foot, right heel, right foot. I want you to push through for 30 seconds. Your hamstrings, you're gonna hold the towel with your right hand. And I just want you to hold and feel that you're trying to lengthen your hamstrings. So every inhale is just softening the legs a little bit. Every exhale is pushing through the butt, hamstrings, heels. The opposite leg is just laying there. If you want to hold it with both hands, you can. Inhaling, and if you want to bend your other leg, you can. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Push through that feet. You're trying to lengthen the heels. Keeping our head down, elbows in, shoulders are relaxed. Chin is down, exhale. We're gonna hold here, you're gonna hold it with your right hand. I'm gonna focus on letting the inner thigh separate. Yours may not go all the way out, we're not here to force it. My left leg is an anchor. Every time I take my leg over to one side, I'm gonna anchor the opposite. My left leg that's on the ground is nice and tight. I'm separating my waist, my hip, my leg. Slow and controlled. Just breathe. Every inhale, every exhale is a stretch. Take your time. There's no rush. Some of you may feel a good stretch. Just hold it. Just moving my head a little bit. I'm gonna come back to the middle. I'm gonna take that same leg, crossing it over to the other one. You can take the towel if you want in between the back of your hamstring and bring it in. So you can also take your hand in between that gap and put it on top of your shins. You can have the towel right behind your hamstring here. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. This is for the outer thigh of the right leg. And if you see me moving a little side to side, I'm just trying to keep the back of my head on, shoulders are flat. Little breath. This is all me keeping my waist active, moving through. Always keeping my opposite shoulder down. Just focus on breathing. Don't move fast. Today's breathing is simple. It's a breath in, a breath out. No thought. When you see me transition, I always bring my stomach involved by pulling it in. And we're gonna take the leg and we're gonna switch it. You're gonna push it into the left one. Don't force anything fast, elongate. If you wanna extend that right one, yes. If not, don't. Trying to pull from the butt to the legs to the heel. Keeping that lower back flat on the inhale. Exhale. My shoulders are down, my lower back is down. Trying to push the sky away from me. There's a big gap right here, right? We don't force it open. We try to open the hamstrings. Don't forget your breathing. Every time you exhale, that's when your stretch is at the full length. Inhaling creates the space. Exhaling, we fill it. Let's go to the little bit to the side. Keeping everything flat. This is my inner thigh, not my hips. My bones and my hips stay down. When I cross it, I'm gonna tighten my right leg. My right leg is an anchor, so I have to tighten it and push it into the earth. I'm pushing through my right leg a lot, anchoring it. I don't move unless I breathe. You guys, during meditation, I've been seeing a lot of swords. And now, even when I don't meditate, I start to see it in my mind's eye constantly. Looking for that constant, reoccurrent synchronicity during stretch feels kind of like a safety. Bring that right leg in. We're gonna cross the left over. Now you have a choice. You could take your left hand in between and the right one on the outside, or you take the towel and you hook it up behind that hamstring and knee and you pull it. Be here for the next 10 breaths. chest, belly, and then it deflates. It rises on the in. It deflates on the breath out. Stay there. Good. Bring your feet down. Let's bring both of our legs down. We're gonna walk it a little forward. And we're gonna let the inner thighs open and separate from each other. Oh no. Poor Ellen. Let those inner thighs open. Now you guys, if you feel like it's connected to your hips, you walk your feet out more. So that when you open the inner thighs, you can feel that it's opening your thighs and your hips are not throbbing. And we're just gonna let it out. Now what I'd like you to do with the towel is if you can hold it in your hand, separate like this, and we're gonna start to taking them above our head and bring it back. Now I'm gonna push into my feet. And when I bring it back, I'm gonna bring my inner thighs together. I'm gonna take the towel behind my knees and bring it in. This is for your lowest part of your back. I'm gonna take the towel behind our feet and lengthen it. Are you breathing, guys? Focus on breath. We're trying to push through the hamstrings. Push through the hamstrings. Bend the knees. Let the towel be for a moment. And what you're gonna do, actually, yeah, we're gonna hold the back of your knees and we're gonna bring the legs here. Like, why don't we do this? We go here. Look, down. Behind the knees, down. The foot that stays on the floor is always active. I push down on it. Very slight. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, cross over, exhale. Let it go over, right leg over left. It draws over to the left. We come back carefully. Take your time. Don't rush any of these things that I'm doing. I take that foot off. I take the other one across. And I let the knees drop to the right. Left over right, going to the right. Focus on breath. Taking your time. Coming back to the middle. Opening our legs, 10 breaths. Inhale, Exhale, lift your butt. Inhale. Actually, let's inhale up. Ready, set, go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Push into all four corners of your feet. Squish the butt. Inhale up. Bring the knees together a little bit. Exhale out. Open the knees. Inhale in. Exhale down. Very carefully adjust your legs, keep your legs out, bring your arms up. We're gonna take right and left. Elongate. Draw that chin down, elongate. Inhale, exhale. Both arms or one. Arms open, close. Open the shoulders, they melt into the ground. Close, melted into the ground. It almost feels like your shoulder blades, your wings are hugging the floor. Bringing the legs together, keeping them flat back. We're gonna make ourselves into a little ball and we're gonna roll over to the right. And push over to the left like a little ball. Collapsing. And go all the way to your hands and knees. We're gonna sit it back. Child's pose, surrender. For the next 1 minute, I want you to just be. I don't want you to think about the breathing. If you want to move your head a little bit over, just breathe. Like, why do we have to make breathing such a difficult thing? Why do we always have to make something out of something? All we need to do is breathe. That's it. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Exactly. 55 is the new 20. You're here. You know that your body is capable of doing things that you absolutely have no idea in the fifth dimension. You can go backwards, meaning your aging process can go the other way around now. Why do we need to age? Honestly, think about it. We age because we kill ourselves every day. But if we just sat here for 20 minutes a day and breathed and just, I don't even know if that was more than 20 minutes because you know how I am with time. So, and you know, I think I'm really good for people with ADD and ADHD because we get bored, you know, so we have to be active. We're like, I was a PE teacher, so I do really well with you guys. When I taught the preschoolers, it was like this. So I taught PE through preschool all the way to high school. The little babies, I had to go like this. From here to there, they couldn't do one thing for 5 minutes. And so I was perfect for them. I can't either. So I had kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. I taught every grade. And I'll tell you a funny story. After Child's Pose, I want you guys to all come up and sit however you feel the most comfortable. So the funny thing is, I had Sebastian, and I had major separation anxiety, and he had to go start school. And I was like, hell no, I cannot have this kid go to school I'm so nervous. I couldn't even leave him there. So I went into the office and I said, hi, I'm the mother of that kid and I teach. I'm a fitness girl. Do you need PE teacher here? Because and the school looked at me and they were like, we have one. I go, yeah, but you don't have me. And so they gave me a chance. The principal liked me. They were Russian. It was a Russian-owned school. It was a charter school that I put Sebastian in. And so they said, sure, why don't you start? So I did. And the kids loved me. I was a gym teacher and I was a PE teacher at a school. I should read you all the PE notes I have from all the kids. So I became the PE teacher as a volunteer parent. I didn't want to get paid. I just wanted to be there with my kid. Well, after I was like in charge of like 2 grades, they let me be the PE teacher. Of course, I had my criminal check, all that stuff, guys, okay? And I had certificates. I didn't have a PE certificate, but I had enough background in fitness. So I became the PE teacher and they fired every other PE teacher. I became this school PE teacher. And the principal really liked me because she was like, God, these parents, they give you letters and when you rip them up and you give them back, they don't come back. I'd be like, they would have a lot of Israeli, parents, and they were really like wealthy there. And the Israeli and the Russian parents thought that their kids were too good and they didn't have to do PE. Well, they would bring me a letter and they'd say, my mom said I didn't have to run. And I'd be like, oh, really? Do you have a doctor's note? No? Okay, give me that. Put in an envelope. I said, go give it back to your parents and say that my teacher doesn't accept this. And then I had to run. And so I made them do, and then I had like one day, like 4 parents came in and they wanted to have a sitting with me. And I looked at all 4 of those parents and I said, get off your fat asses and go exercise. Your kids are gonna look like you. This is not right, it's not fair. And yeah, I was kind of harsh to them, but they were like, you should see these kids' lunches. They were giving them like this much food. Like, what are you trying to do? Kill your kids? So, make a long story short, all those kids became really into fitness. And I was there for a good 3-4 years. And then I got pregnant with Izzy. I think I was there for 5 years, actually. What am I saying? I was there for a long time, you guys. No, I wasn't there for that long. No. Sebastian started, I was there for 3 years. 3 years, because Isabella and Sebastian are 6 years apart. So I was there for 3 years. And yeah, I had Isabella, and then I was still a PE teacher. At 9 months pregnant, I was still the PE teacher running with them. And I remember I was running around and I said, Coach Netta. And they're like, what happened? I go, it's not good. Coach Netta is starting to feel things. And so I had to sit at school for 6 hours. I was with all the kids and the teachers. I was like, they're getting closer. They're getting closer. So I just have really fun memories of being a PE teacher. I was so fun, but I was so inappropriate. I mean, God, I was inappropriate. Yay, Jeffrey. Yeah, exactly, Georgia, because the parents are like, oh, they don't have to do it. My daughter's nails. It's like, shut up. They're going to do it. You get a doctor's note that says they can't, then they don't. Otherwise, they're doing it. That's it. What are you going to do? And I told them, I care about your kids. This is not like I'm torturing them. I love them. We have fun. Stop enabling them, But anyway, send your freaking kids to us and we will get them in the best shape of their life. I love you guys so much. And I really do thank you for being here, for doing this.